You see, when you discuss this issue without factoring in the funding model, then you miss it. You see, I've heard people speak about forward sale and all those things. Now, look, Samson, if you project to do 650,000, and by the time we go to where we were, you are done 581,000. By let's say first week in January, 581,000. That's by 82%. So where is that argument coming from? I hear people say that, oh, you do forward and you forward sell about 70% and all that. By the time that we got into this situation, COCOBOD had taken over 581. 530,000 of that had contracts. 530,000 of that had contracts. So the 5,040 that was promised the farmers, you had a commitment on 581,000 of your projected 650,000. So where's the argument coming from? That they were only doing spot pricing. In fact, some of the 25-26 were forward sold in 24-25. Some of them were forward sold in 24-25 during the 24-25 season. So the issue about they should have done forward sale and they changed it and all that. Now, mind you, you see, under the syndicated loan regime, you are bound to find contracts for the sale of the raw bean to collateralize the loan. So you sign these contracts and present these contracts to the consortium of banks as collateral for the advancement of the syndicated loan. Now, when this collapsed and we had this buyer's model, it is now the buyers who place the orders. And then it's the buyers who provide part of the funding for the purchase of the bean. So you are only liquid, or you only have liquidity when the buyers advance money to you. Under the syndicated loan scheme, you've done the thing, you have agreed on intervals for the money to come. Those monies come in, you have control over your money. You take the money from the Bank of Ghana, you give seed fund for the LBCs to go and buy on your behalf. Under this model, which started from 24-25, it is the buyers who then make an order. I want 50,000 tons. And they make a declaration, maybe it says that, I would want it in November. And then they will give you 80%. It was 60% in 24-25 because the farmer share was about 63.9. When the farmer share moved to 70 on the basis of the NDC's manifesto, then it had to move to 80 because the 60 will not be enough to even buy the bean from the farmer. So it is the buyers who then provide the liquidity for you at every point in time that they make an order for you to be able to give that to the LBCs to go and buy. So at the point when the buyers decided that, look, your beans were too expensive for them, and they had many other origins to buy from, you have a liquidity problem. But I'm saying that at this point, we are done about 82% of our projection. But once the buyers move from your market and they are not purchasing, you do not have the liquidity because they are funding the purchase of the crop. And that is the situation that we found ourselves in.
Okay.